Good evening and welcome to episode 129. As always, let's start with our gratitude attitude. So, if you would please gently close your eyes. Take a deep breath. As you exhale, relax your body. Take another deep breath. As you exhale, let all your stress melt away. Take one more deep breath. As you exhale, completely let yourself loose. Now, think of one thing that you are thankful for that happened in the past week. Once you identified that, think about why you are thankful. Now let's set it free. If you're by yourself, say it out loud what you are thankful for and why. If you are with someone, tell it to each other. Okay, so last week we talked about how to develop compassion. How there are three types of love: affectionate love, cherishing love, and wishing love. And we discussed affectionate love. So today we'll take it up where we left off and discuss cherishing love and wishing love. Now, this is all in context of how there are two types of teachings: compassion and wisdom, right? And this is part of developing compassion. Next time, hopefully, we'll talk about wisdom. So, cherishing love is to cherish other beings. It's about developing a genuine feeling that they are precious and important. Now, we gave that example of when a kid comes home after a long time, mom wants to, make things for the kid, right? Oh, let me make this. She likes this or that, whatever that happens to be. That's cherishing love. The main reason we do not cherish all living beings is that because we are preoccupied with ourselves. We need to reduce our obsessive self-concern. You know, Geshe Kelsen Gyatso says that beginningless time We are so familiar with ourselves and our me or our I that we don't worry about anybody else. And it's so true, right? Because we ignore our faults and pay attention to everybody else's faults. If we reverse that, if we focus on good qualities of other, our pride will actually go down. We'll begin to regard them as precious and important in time. So the key is to make sure that we amplify other people's good qualities, as opposed to right now what we are doing is we amplify for most part other people's bad qualities, right? So that's the key, because when we start amplifying other people's good qualities, our ego goes down. One way to develop cherishing love is to contemplate how so many people are trying to help our day go by smoothly. How, you know, somebody brought a mail to us, right? That has value. Think about that. I was talking to a student when I was teaching this in a different location. And after the class, she mentioned something unique. She says, every day when I drink my tea, I think about what went on, who all helped in bringing that tea to me. And she starts with the water, right? When the rain or the snow melts in the mountains, the water comes down the stream, goes to the reservoir, comes through a pipe to a plant, right? Water treatment plant, gets filtered. Somebody puts pressure in that water, otherwise it won't come to you. And when you open the tap, it's clean water, right? Drinkable water. She starts with that. Then she thinks about the tea, right? How the tea is grown, how many people are involved in that. And then the processing, actually just, um, processing of the tea leaves, transportation, and all those things which goes on in the cup she is holding, right? So she goes through all of this process in her head. I mean, she's like, there has to be at least 1,000 people involved just to make sure that I get my cup of tea every morning. So that's what we need to do, right? We need to pick an activity and contemplate as to how all of these people are trying to help our day go by smoothly. It's countless number of people, right? Once we realize this, we'll start cherishing others for all they do. Developing this cherishing love is what helps us develop compassion towards others. Because see, once you have cherishing love towards someone, it's difficult to hate someone, right? So that's the whole point. That brings to my next one. How can you develop cherishing love for someone who makes me angry, you may ask? Well, if someone does something or says something negative, we should think that without that person, we won't be able to develop our spiritual practice, because that allows us to contemplate cherishing love, an opportunity to develop compassion towards someone who we think may not deserve our compassion, right? I know that's very profound, but I think that's something to think about, because it's very easy to develop cherishing love for people we already love, right? The whole exercise here is to go outside of that 1, 2, 5, 10, 25 people. And once we understand affectionate love and cherishing love, wishing love is a natural progression. Wishing love is our wish for all living beings to be happy. That's it, right? So if we have an affectionate love for someone and cherishing love for someone, And if we think that how they are suffering or how they lack happiness, and that they want to be happy as much as we want to be happy, then we'll naturally develop a wish for them to be happy. So, meditation on wishing love has great benefits, include, you know, I'll just say it out loud. Some of them is that we'll receive great loving kindness from other people. We'll be mentally happy all the time. We'll improve our physical health and will obtain all necessary conditions without a lot of effort. So, a fast track way of developing compassion towards other is to think that all living beings are our mothers. It's a stretch, but stay with me in the logic here. If we believe that we had countless lives, right? We are reincarnated every time we die and take up another birth, then it's not a stretch to think that everyone else also had countless lives. So if we had countless lives, they have countless lives. By luck of draw, it's possible they had been our mother in a previous life. That means any of the living beings could be our mothers in our previous lives. Now, one can argue that that doesn't mean that they are our mothers right now. But if someone's mom passes away, she doesn't stop becoming their mom, right? So, by that logic, once someone's our mother, they're always our mother. And if we can bring that to our heart, and it's very difficult, I get that, we'll naturally develop compassion for them, right? Because, my mother's been kind to me, so I must return the favor and be kind to her. So, this allows you to develop compassion towards all living beings. So, as you can see, there are a couple of ways we can train our minds to develop compassion. It's a very profound practice, certainly not easy, but it is a fast track way to get towards enlightenment. So, hopefully, we can start tinkering our days such that we can practice this in some form. So, with that in mind, we're going to meditate on wishing love today. And meditating on taking and giving is one of the best way to develop wishing love. So, what we'll do is obviously settle down at our hearts as always, and then we'll contemplate how everyone wants to be happy, how they lack true happiness. And then we'll imagine that we'll take pain and suffering from other living beings. Now, you can imagine either a group of people with specific ailment, for example, or all the people, in a certain war region, or a specific individual, whatever, you know, makes sense to you. Just imagine uh, that you're taking suffering. We'll imagine that all of their suffering gathered in the form of dark clouds, and we inhale by taking their suffering, and as we exhale, we'll give them enlightenment. Obviously, I'm going to guide you through this whole process. So, if you're ready, let's begin. Please get into your meditation posture, back straight, spine upright, shoulders level. Gently close your eyes. Keep your mouth just a little bit open so any stress you may have in your jaws will dissipate. Palms in your lap, right over left, thumbs gently touching each other. Take a deep breath. As you exhale, relax yourself. Bring your attention to the sensation of your breath at your nostrils. Feel the cool air as you breathe in. Feel slightly warmer air as you breathe out. Keep your attention to the sensation of your breath for about a minute or so. Bring your attention at your heart. Imagine everything that happened before this moment melts into light and disappears. Things that are not yet happened are not real anyway. So it's just this moment. Enjoy the peaceful nature of your root mind at your heart. Let this peaceful moment bring the next peaceful moment. Remember, there is nothing to do. There is nowhere to go. Just enjoy. Now, visualize a group of people or a specific individual whose suffering you'd like to take it away. Visualize them in front of you. Think how they want to be happy. All of their suffering is gathered in the form of dark cloud. As you breathe in all of their sufferings. It destroys your ego. You breathe out love in the form of bright white light. You breathe in all of their suffering in the form of thick black smoke. Destroys your ego, and you breathe out love in the form of white bright light. When you're ready, gently open your eyes. Any questions?
No, no questions, but yeah, it's a tough one to try. We said last time, each day you have to try to be compassionate with people one level away from you,
Yeah.
right? So that's what I think we try. Start with, obviously, you're compassionate towards family, then say, distant family, friends, co-workers, people are just acquaintances at work, and then keep going farther and farther. I guess that hopefully We'll
One
bring the
step,
realization someday.
one step at a time, my friend. One step at a time.
Yeah.
It's possible. It's possible. Some people are naturally compassionate.
Mhm.
You know, um, but some of us have to work at it. So
Yeah.
that's okay. We'll get there, right?
Yep. Yep.
All right. I'll stop recording.